onion boy too. Hey, little big onion, little onion boy. Orion, Orion. Oh, look at Kitty. He gonna wear Georgie's halter today. Well, we'll try it out. He'd be like Georgie. He'd be big guy. Not my space. I know what you're thinking. You're gonna get in my space. Don't you know how much my space? I got a lot of space. I take up a lot of space. I really do. It's way more than you would expect. Way more space than you would think. Look at that grumpy face. See that grumpy face right there. You got the grumpiest face right there. Well, we're in school. We're marching. This should be pretty familiar to you. You know what this stuff is. Ready, set. Ready, set. I know. Anything for an ear scratch. I'll do anything. I'll do anything you want. Look at that sleepy Kariba. See the sleepy Kariba? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, she's kidding with me. She is so cute. That's so with you, baby. You're anything she has, I think she give you. She give you, as long as you don't tear it up too bad. I know, that's what she does. I know, that's not the game though. That's just the, hey, let's just play. The game is something different. There it is, see what I mean? Whoa, whoa, where'd you go, where'd you go? Don't take off without me. You guys start thinking. Somebody's got to control your movement because you are dangerous in motion. You are dangerous in motion. Uh-oh. She wants to be in my space. You know what George would do if you got in his space? Hi, Georgie. How's that baby, Georgie? Oh, he liked to play. What George does. He said, give me that stick so I can play with it. I love to play with that stick. Bite it up. Hey, put that down. Don't hit me with it. Hey. Jeez. I was talking to George and started playing some other game. He didn't even see that one. Ooh. Hi, George. Poor George. He said, I love to go out and play. I don't know why you're not taking me. I'm way more fun than that guy. I know a lot more things than he does. Hey, 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 hey. Excuse us, please. Thank you. Okay, and away we go. Connection. Somebody not trusting me. Ah ha 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 ha. Hi. You don't need to worry about that stuff. I already checked it out. I made a round around the outside well before you got here. And it's all good. It's all good. All good. It really is. Yeah, you don't have to worry. I done checked it out. You just have to check in with me. And I'll tell you what you got to get. I will tell you what got done. Everything you need. Mama's here. Mama's home. Hurry. Mama's here. We'll get something to eat. Oh, yay. Oh, yay, Mama. Mama's got something for us to eat. Breakfast time. Little pigs. Pretty looking pigs, huh? Hi, Hanson. Don't move that horse. Don't move that. Better. There it is. That's like a champion, does it? Can't move these hindquarters like a champion, does it? I saw him. I was reaching for him. You kept blocking me. I was trying to get him and you kept blocking me. Don't you know anything about me helping you? Yeah, put it around your legs. Keep that one off. Think, think. Think, think, think. Oh, rub your ears. Feels good. Are they already eating? You must be so tasty. You must be so tasty. We're standing here right by the poop, so that might be part of it. You just ignore that sign because you didn't even look at it. Good morning. I don't know if he saw you or heard you first, but the pig started headed this way. So
I'm up the driveway. So I'm trying. Lady, where are you?
I know. I know. I know. Where did he go? He's a big one, wasn't he? He's a big one. He's gonna massacre you.
Is today your last day or tomorrow?
Today technically is the last day, but I have until I fly out at 5 tomorrow, so I don't have to be at the airport till probably, or leave here till, I don't know, it takes an hour to get there.
Yeah.
So probably got to leave here by 2 sometimes.
Do you need a ride in there or anything?
I'm sure everything's taken care of, but I don't know yet.
I was like, uh-oh, I think today's your last day. I was zipping home to get my check bill. I don't know.
Hi there. I know. My mom's over there, and I haven't said hi to her today, and you're just keeping me away from her.
Well, yeah, I mean, depending on the weather is and your energy level, if you want to come tomorrow too, that would be super.
Okay, I got Julie at 10, and then I don't know. I was going to call Corinne and see if they wanted to do anything tomorrow too.
Yeah, that would be cool if they were going to do that HGTV thing.
He's so handsome. Oh yes, look at him go. Doot, 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 doot.
Where do you fly through to get here?
Well, this time was different because we went to the Mayo in Minnesota for Teresa,
Oh, you did?
and then I flew out of there to here,
Uh-huh.
and then they thought I had a direct flight back, but when I was doing the math on the amount of time travel was 4.5 hours, I'm like, that's not right. And she looked it up, and somehow I'm flying into St. Louis before I fly to Little Rock. So
Is she at the Mayo Clinic now?
she drove back home.
Oh, wow.
So we drove to Minnesota together, and then she went to the Mayo and saw her family and the grandkids, and then they found some brain cancer that had come back. The chemo that she's taken, which she had never been on chemo before, she's really agreeing well with her comparatively, you know, what you'd think of chemo.
Yeah.
And so all those lesions were way down. All through her body were way down, but the brain had grown, so now she has to do probably a full brain radiation. And the plus is it will probably knock it out. The minus is it's going to put some short-term memory strain on her and a couple other things, you know, just because of how the brain works. So
Wow, so they know exactly like where that cancer is, your short-term memory.
yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that's too far. You got too close.
Well, I imagine the rest of the cancer's down because she's been doing all those good nutrition and
Yeah, that.
she's been feeling okay or not?
Yeah, pretty good, mostly. I mean, she has tired days, and she thinks she can do a lot more than she can, and she just lethargic, you know, if she does too much. But I mean, emotional, of course, because it's all no fun. Really thought we'd get 100% good news this time, and it's, you know, only 70 or 80% good. But luckily, it's not a complicated procedure. Anybody that's a decent radiologist is going to be able to do it, so we can stay there in Arkansas and get that treatment instead of having to go Minnesota or something.
No, my grandfather actually hit in the Olympics, and he ended up at the Mayo Clinic.
Did he?
Because they, out of the whole country, they said, like, this is the best place to go. And they also, you know, wanted, before he even got out there, like, wow, can we do some studies and find out, like, were your calf muscles bigger than somebody else's or whatever? And, I mean, it's kind of a bittersweet thing, but he was so far advanced, they wanted to open him up and, you know, see what they could do for him. And before he went into surgery, he had a huge bow around his chest, and he goes, all right, now you can open me up. But, yeah, I mean, they did research, and, you know, he was a teacher for years, and he said this is the best place in the country to go.
Yeah.
Another friend of mine, actually the nurse that took care of my mom, has a son that has some very remote, you know, unusual disease, very, very rare, and he's been out there for, I think, 1.5 years, and they've worked wonders for him.
Yeah, and they're really efficient and professional in the, you know, because you're moving through different parts, going different and it's all connected. Everybody knows what each department's doing with you, or you know what's connected to that patient, and there's always somebody there to tell you which way to go if you get a little bit lost.
That's nice, because I feel like, you know, not that you can generalize for hospitals nowadays.
I have to start making cuts somewhere, and it's usually those pigs who just love to be by our mama. So I think what you're looking for in your showing is still comes down to basically controlling his energy and getting,
like right there where he's standing.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to focus on me, but it's more important that he stand, like stop
Yeah.
still, even if it's just for 30 seconds while
Yeah.
the judge walks around him. He can't be always.
Yeah. And that's where teaching and controlling here at home, when you have all these tools you can use to get that a habit that he doesn't know why you're asking him to stand there, but you're just gonna ask him to stand there for a while, and then as soon as he doesn't, I'm gonna try to put energy in front to ask him to go back. He got unsquare, so I'm gonna ask those hindquarters to move over, and just keep moving him around until he goes, I don't get any relief if I move. I get nothing but commotion. Let me just stay here. And when he finds 10 seconds apiece in the beginning, I'm going to go, oh, that's all I want. Until he just goes, I can't imagine what you want, but I know what you don't want, and that's movement. And you just play with this until he goes, I know that look on your face. And you kind of use your energy to be that you're serious. You're really particular about where each foot goes, and then when he gets it right, you that relax, and then watch for him to not be drawn to you when you relax, because he's going to go, oh, her energy went down. That kind of it kind of sucks me in, and he's got to know, no, you can't come in until you're invited. My energy went down to tell you did the right thing, and then when you've done it for long enough, then I'm going to go, good boy, and reward you. Scratch that ear or that fly you had or whatever it was, that's going to tell him, oh, if I just put effort into trying to figure out the puzzle that she's setting up for me, then it'll be a good thing for me. And luckily, it's real easy to do. Stand still.
And even obviously at the show, it's going to be like sensory overload.
But that's why you over prepare that. Just come out and stop, play with him, hang out with him, and then go eat grass, do whatever, and then go line up somewhere on the road and see if you can get 10 seconds and just get that look on your face that you're serious. It's pretty important that dire consequences if you don't stand still. And when he finds a way to pay enough attention to you, because you cause so much commotion if he's looking around and wiggling his feet and dancing around, that you just keep going, just keep trying to shape that up so he stands, and then get that relaxed look on your face until he finally goes, I think if I just do this, that's the right thing, and now I can go back to have, and you just build this pattern super strong at home, and then when you're there, before you get in the ring, you're out back, and he's doing all this, and you go, oh, here, until he's like, God, we do this everywhere. So, and just keep testing it, and then you got to test it at home after you get it real good with this, because you have all these options to use. Then go to your bridle reins, and the same thing. You're trying not to put pressure on his face, but you're trying to use the reins to throw energy in the direction that will cause him to move away from it. Because they're using reins on the ground to guide a horse is not
Too severe.
Yeah, and it does. You're going to have to independently use one rein or the other to give the exact correct information. And I've seen people leading and just bang, 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 the bit in their mouth, and how can that mean anything? And what ultimately what you want to get the message to them is pressure on the pole. They should move away, or move away wherever the pressure's coming from. So if I'm pulling forward, it's coming at an angle like this sort of, and so once they tip forward, then the pressure goes away. I just want the pressure to start to be a signal to say which way we're going. Where is getting you? And then with your little the trotting thing, kind of the same deal, that you have the right idea where you're talking about. You have a little stick behind you.
Yeah, kind of like this, almost what you just did. I just reached back.
Yep. And so get that really strong. Easiest way to do it is along a fence line,
Okay.
because you're going to want him to understand that you need him to stay straight and square, not get his hind end passing his front end while you're trotting along and he's all excited. And so we just play what we call stick to me around the fence, where he learns that he needs to stay, kind of like when he's with his mama. There's a spot his mama wanted him in a dangerous situation, or that he needed to be in. If he wasn't there, if he's too far forward, she'd bite his butt and he'd run off until he came back, went, oh shoot, I'm out here by myself, mommy, let me back in. And you come in to this spot, and if he's too far back, you know, kick him, or whatever it takes, how they communicate. And it's the same thing we're going to try to do. We're just going to practice being in that position. Same thing with walking. If he's doing the right thing, I'm going to walk with him and go with him relaxed. And if he's not paying attention, I'm going to wiggle around and do whatever it takes to get his attention back on me, reward that, and then start again. We had it going pretty good, yes, or it didn't start out good, and then he did his I'm just going to pull back thing and see what I did. I went, oh, I see what she's talking about. And then once I just walked him through it and said, no, that's, and I just kept blocking any departure route he thought he had. And then you can see him think it over. You'll see it on the video. He's like, okay, and he kind of got back in line. And then after that, he put a little more effort into it. And next thing you know, we were trotting up the side. And but it's all the same thing. You're taking the responsibility that you've put into him, that he needs to stay here at all costs. Or when you put him there, wherever you put him, he needs to stay there at all costs, either at a halt or in movement. Okay. And that as long as he's syncing with you, and it's going to be real easy, because he can start syncing with your footsteps if you set it up that way. When we start to go somewhere, I'm going to back him a step, get him thinking. He's thinking about that dog when I need him thinking about me. So that's the first thing. A lot of times we try to start because we're ready to start, but if the horse isn't connected, it doesn't do you any good. Hey, you got to be paying attention to me. There's a repercussion for disconnecting. Nope, that's not the right answer. You know the right answer. You know the right answer. That's not it. That's not it. And because he's young and hasn't practiced a lot, he's still questioning whether I can actually move his feet at any time or any place. And like I said, it's going to be harder for you because I'm a little handier with my tools, and I can see where he's thinking of going before he does it. Easier to block it. On me. A little standstill, and there you go. That might have been, I mean, he's a little splayed, but just getting the standstill thing, and then you can be particular about where his feet go, and then give the, he did right. He's like, whew, he's gonna stop trying to move, one foot or the other, or all the feet, whatever you're asking him to do. He's looking, you've done it so much that he's like, how do I get you to stop? And he's gonna start putting effort into, it's like this, and you relax and you'll feel him relax. Oh man, you're like a lap puppy. You would crawl right up in her lap if you could.
Well, let me take a picture of it. This girl that used to help me with the baby. They're not allowing spectators at horse shows now, but she's like, I want to come up and watch him. So send me a picture.
We can send her a video too.
Yeah.
When I get them done, it's gonna be a while. Look at those ribs. Oh man, did you lay in your pee? Is that why you got? Oh man, that's so crazy. Don't want to stop. Don't want to move the front. Don't want to move the front. Move that front back over. There it is. There's what you're gonna have. There you go. You think you know where you're supposed to go? Oh, here we go. There. Well, that way wasn't working, was it? No, that was not working at all. It's so funny how it does work and sometimes it doesn't work. Ah, ah, he's so smart. He's so smart. He's the best feller I ever saw. He is the best feller I ever saw. Oh, what do you got back there? You got a fly or something? Is something eating you? You get snooties? You got snoots on your nose? You rub it on your leg? Down with the front. Don't kick out at me. There you go. That was a good try. That was a good try. There's a better try. Ah, a little grumpy acting about it though, weren't you? You a little grumpy acting about it. He's got a little bit of a dominant streak in him, especially if you're trying to push him with direct pressure. He wants to push into it and pin his ears. There's a good try. There's a good try. You don't have to be grumpy to be submissive. You get mad at George when he bosses you around? You go mumbling under your breath as you're walking away? Are you doing that to George too?
I feel like Djibouti was the most ferocious with him because I feel like Djibouti was the low man.
Yeah, he like
for so
make
long,
sure.
And this guy comes in, he's like, no way, I tried to work my way up. You're not overtaking me.
That's funny because it happens a lot like that. The bottom one's like he once he finds a way to get ahead of somebody, boy, he's fighting tooth and nail to stay there. What a champion! You're such a good stander. And all we're really doing is reverse psychology, making the wrong thing difficult and the right thing easy. So piddling around, doing all that makes it hard. And then when we're in motion, if he's staying with us, he just has to go with us. He doesn't have to. There's no real pressures coming on, and then as that advances, he gets stickier with you, where you know you can kind of tell him we're getting ready to leave by leading out with the hand, and he's starting to go, oh, I see, and picking that foot up to go with your hand.
Okay.
And then you know he's starting to get it, and then you walk along at the regular pace you've practiced, and then just animatedly as you can without overdoing it, speed up just a little bit and see if he goes, you'll feel him go, oh, what, something changed, and see if he can go with you and help him with your hand a little bit. Maybe even you can get a little bit ahead of where you want to stay around his shoulder or wherever when you're leading him in that show deal, but so he can see all your signals from there. But when he can get tuned into that, he just knows all I got to do is stay here in a particular place in your shoulder, and the pressure will go away, and 2 steps the first time, and then work your way up until it's pretty easy to stay with you all the time. That's what I'm going to play with today. That'll be the hardest. That was beautiful. Look how smart you are when you stop being a little kid and start thinking. I'm telling you, I gotta really reward that. I got to. That was great. For you especially, that was great. That was almost college level. Almost college level. And I haven't touched him at all to get him to do this. I just kind of suggested with my energy that we go this way, and if I felt him kind of lagging anywhere, I kind of had a little bit of energy go towards that location to bump him forward, and he just kind of went, oh, we're attached and connected. I like hanging out with you. You're leaving. Maybe you look like you asked me to go with you. I'm going to go with you. And it's just an advancement of that, where he just thinks, I should stay with you, and whatever dance you do, if I mimic that dance well enough, you're going to stop and give me a reward. If I don't, you're going to move me around until I do what it is you're looking for me to do, and then I'll get the reward till I yield properly from pressure. You ready? I know. Scoo is not the first thing I wanted to do when I got up in the morning. I was more thinking about breakfast. I was thinking like for breakfast, not scoo. What a champion. When you practice this, if your first step is back or at least a rock back, it's going to be easier to put him in motion forward. Give him a chance. He doesn't take it. Just a little tap. And we try to get right back in sync with him. Find some rhythm, stop and reward. Till he goes, this is real easy. Nobody said move your feet, did they? Gee whiz. Just be particular without being too critical at all that stuff. That if you ask his feet to move, you're steadily increasing pressure until he tries to start moving. And the same thing with stopping. If your energy's down unless he's starting to think about moving his feet. Oh, no, so bad. Oh, so bad. It's good to have a buddy with fingers, huh? It is good to have a buddy with fingers. Oh, they're all over you. Oh, there's a bad spot. Just keep proving to him that we're a great partner. We're always looking to see what it is, where he's feeling discomfort, and see if we can remedy that, and then ask for a little something else. Oh, I know they're bad. If you start moving, you'll stop feeling them. Uh-oh, nobody said anything about poop sniffing. Oh, I know. Uh-oh, there we lost it again. Always being sure to keep that connection. If he's connected to you, he can't be connected to external stimuli, looking around, anything to look at. He's just going to go, I don't know where the fire is, but she sure needs me to stay connected, and I know if I stay connected, she'll stay quiet. If I don't, she's going to get louder and louder. You just build that pattern in that just like they would with their mom. If they're leaving their mom, it's dangerous for them. They know it. Their mom knows it. She spends a lot of time building that bond so that baby doesn't want to leave her, that she thinks scary stuff happening the safe spots with their mom. Same thing with you. He needs to be asking you questions instead of looking around, listening to what Mother Nature's whispering in his ear. And he can only learn that if you make it more dangerous not to listen to you, not to be connected, by adding pressures here and there that he has to move around to yield to. I'm seeing you're getting bored. Let's go.
That's why I think he was a little tough. Like when we first got him, the lady that owned him, I think she weaned him very early, and he was in with like an older pony.
Yeah.
So when he got to our place, he just didn't know any of the social cues.
Yep.
And they just gobbled him up.
Yep.
Because he didn't know any better to get out of the way.
Yeah. But I mean, he survived. He's learned. He knows now.
Yeah.
So it's the same. It's exactly the same thing we're doing. He doesn't know that these things we're asking of him are important to us. But if we just keep picking away until he tries to do something in the general direction of what we were asking, we're going to give him that, release the pressure, and then if he can do it for 2 seconds, give him a reward until he goes, I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing, but it seems to calm everything down. And you just, everything builds from there. If I'm in motion, my energy's up, and I'm trying to get him to go with me, he'd better go. Well, I better go, so he'll calm down.
Okay.
Or he's going to start doing this and swinging harder, and those terrible things. Hold still. Where'd he go? I think I missed him. No biting. Okay. Let's move our forequarters. Uh-oh, you're going to get tagged. There it is. What a champion. Don't go too far. What a champion. Okay. Ready? Hut, 2, 3, 4. Hut, 2, 3, 4. Ho! Good boy! Good boy! Uh-oh. Where you go? There he is. Ready? Hut, 2, 3, 4. Hut, 2, 3, 4. Hut, 2, 3. Hut. No chewing on the wood. What a champion. No chewing on the wood. Hut, 2, 3, 4. Hut, 2, 3, 4. Hut, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Whoa, everybody. Ah, what a champion. What a champion. Gotta pay attention. You can't lose attention. Attention's the most important thing. Attention's the most important thing. Ah. He's the man. Uh-oh, where'd you go? And away we go. Hut, 2, 3, 4. 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 Oh, everybody. Oh, yeah. Hey, Kool-Aid. What a champion. Oh, my goodness. That's easy money right there, wasn't it? That's easy money. Said anybody could do that. That kind of makes sense even. Now that we've done it a couple times, it's just like dancing. Hey, I know how to dance. Mama taught me that. Do just what I did with my mama. Piece of cake. Ah. Oh, those flies are so mean. And when it was that good, I'm going to really reward, and that's going to sink in. And you may hang out for 5-10 minutes, do this, and try again a little bit. Just, you don't want to drill it. You just want to make sure. And that really is, he really is following my hand and following my energy when I go forward and syncing up with me and noticing that, and then noticing when I speed up or slow down. That's what you're looking for. I mean, the stop and the trot off, that he's paying attention. It won't matter how many people are in the crowd. If you've built that signal in that you got to be paying. If your attention leaves me, I'm going to come over here and do X, Y, or Z. And so you're not going to be able to reinforce it by the time you get to the show ring. But if you've reinforced it enough at home, or taking him down to some other place, outside of here, that's going to be different for him, and give him more things to look at, you can practice that, what it's going to take to get his attention back on you. Practice getting the energy down, telling him, yeah, that was the right thing, and starting again. Just practice the things you. Oh, he's a genius. Look at that boy. Oh, baby.
Did you get anxious when Jess Kariba was in the barn yesterday when you went outside, or no?
I didn't hear her really get.
Okay.
Yeah. Ah, what a champion. What a champion. What a champion. Ah, what a man. He is a man. I guess it's worth being a good boy. It's worth it. Pays well. Pays well. Honory's more fun, but this pays well. Yep, I could have moved him. Practice. Look at that show pony. Ears forward, looks like a champion. are you doing? I know there's a fly on it. Let me help you. There we go. Careful. There it is. That's a champion. That's how champions stand. Not like that. Not looking at grass. There it is. That's pretty close. Uh-oh. There you go. Stand up here. Oh, no, no, no. Bad answer, wrong answer. Let me get him. I saw him there. Okay. There. That's pretty close. You put that foot back a little bit. Back there. There, it's closer. It's bad. It's bad. Those flies are bad. Put your head over here. Don't go anywhere. No, there it is. Perfect.
A little bit like a goat on a rock right there. We'll wait till he gets more square.
Well, I can sit him. So this is all for. So yeah, get my good side. This is my good side. You can't see the poopy leg too good. Champion stance. Champion stance. There it is. There it is. Oh, he lost it. Now it's back. Get those flies off. Oh my goodness. Flies are so mean. Those flies are so mean, I know. They're getting you all over, aren't they? Over, under. Hello. 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 There it is. Oops, you lost it. Yeah, you found it. Whoop, you lost it. Oh, I got that. I got him. Did you know he's there? Did you even know he's there yet? I killed him before you saw him. Huh. Ah, look at that. That's like championship. That's a championship pony style there. I didn't ask for the front to move. No. Just the hindquarters. Not the front. Not the front. Not the front. Ugh. That would be the start of the problem George had, because he wants to fight that and doesn't want to bend that rib and yield that hindquarters, and so he's either doing this to step out of it or stepping across in the front, so effectively his hindquarters get out of my reach and he gets square to me, which is the ultimate goal, but I wanted him to do it by moving his hindquarters away. So he's blocking that, trying to protect that rib's ability to stay poked out a little bit. It's just he doesn't know he's not doing it on purpose. It's just he doesn't, like I said, they all walk around with their ribs out on one side and in on the other side just a little bit. So switching that up, going the other way, doesn't feel as safe to them, and they just don't practice it too often. That's why he has a hard time me asking him to do it. He's just doesn't practice that too much. But we haven't done this much either. So what I'm saying is, the more you do it at a younger age, the more that's going to loosen all that up, and then it won't ever come up, because he just it never feels tight, because he's practiced it so much that he's learned that if he relaxes, the tightness will go away. That and hard to flex piece will start getting flexible, just like stretching. You know, you don't stretch very well the first. There it was. See what I mean? I knew you know how to do it. You just had to think about it. And that'll come up because they have a little brace in their body about doing said whatever maneuver. So they're not thinking total compliance. They're thinking I'll do it, but I'm not 100% convinced I should. So they don't commit, and that sticks their rib right there. And then they go when this leg's starting to come. Now that rib's stuck out, but now there's all this pressure. Now they're compressed, and it feels gives them that little shock that causes them to want to go and jump out of it, and you know, get rid of it so bad that's why he throws a buck and a kick like that. He thinks he has to protect himself. He needs to know push it, what he's doing. He's pushing against pressure because he doesn't want that rib to go. So instead of yielding from pressure, he's exploding out towards it, trying to push it away. Oh, nobody said go forward though. Nope, you got that messed up. There it is. I knew you'd figure it out. Where'd you go? Did you lose me? Did you lose me? There you are. Oh, he's gone again. Oh, he's back. Uh-oh. Move his feet. A little better. At least we're stopped, and we'll fiddle with the placement in a second. But the most important part is get the stop understood, that he's like, here it is, and then we'll he's talking to me in Latin, Mom. I don't really know what he's saying. It doesn't make sense all the time. It's a whole lot of symbols. It's like Greek and Latin and hieroglyphs, a whole bunch of different things. Where's your back feet? Are you disconnected completely? There. Yeah. Left front, right hind, right front, left hind, all at the same time. That was better. That was better. I know, you're all cockamamie still. Let's have a hind quarter yield. See if you can do a hind quarter yield. Should be easy for you on this side. Don't move the front. Don't move the front. There it is. Thank you so much. Oh, the front. Thank you. Now you're off square, so we gotta try again. Gotta move the hindquarters. Gotta move those hindquarters. There they go. Oh, that's way better. Look how square. Yeah, it's a rub it ear time. Uh-oh, we lost it. Get back where we were. She was bangers. That's not it. Try again. One more time. Oh, those flies. Those flies. Doot doot doot. Over here. Is that acceptable? Is that back foot too far forward?
That's not bad.
Okay.
Just so she can.
I'm just asking for in the show how particular are the judges on that?
They pretty much want the leg, kind of like the way you have it now. The leg, that one has to be. It doesn't matter if it's back or forward, as long as it's a gap. And
yeah.
the two front ones have to be right together, like this. Just to see if they're square. And he's bow-legged.
Yeah.
You know, he goes like this.
Big time. He said, I don't care. It's easier for me to hug other horses that way. You get a fuller wraparound. Oh, like a champion. He's just like a champion. And from his perspective, he has no idea why you want him to stand still like this, but as long as it's getting all this attention, all the reward for it, he's going to go, well, I'll just do it, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a real easy task.
Make him comfortable.
And then as he progresses, and you just make the task a little more difficult, see if they can tolerate that. They can. Big rewards. They start to get the pattern out. Life's just going to be a bunch of puzzles and trials and tests, and if I pass them all or try at least, the pressure's going to stay low and it's going to be easy.
He's very different personality than, say, Kariba or Djibouti, where they were so willing and everything. They really wanted to try. He questions more. I think he's willing.
Yeah.
But if there's more pushback.
Yeah, that's okay as long as you're right there to go. Yep, that's a wall. If you thought it might be an escape, but it's a wall. And once you prove to him that you control his energy in space and time, that you can put a wall anywhere you want at any time with your tools or your energy, and help him understand where to be so that he can find this calm and quiet, then he's going to put effort into asking you where he shouldn't go. And by that time, he's going to be so calm and confident in his own skin, in his own environment, that he's going to want to stay calm, because whenever he's with you, that's when the movement's going to start. And it may last it may be all day, it may be 10 minutes, but he knows by then it's not going to be stressful. It's going to be a good experience. And the best way to keep it good is for him to relax and save his energy, because there's nothing to get excited about, because that just gets you sweaty and upset and more commotion, more pressure. Oh, he's the man. He's the man. The man child. Ah, oh, he's so handsome too, huh? He's so handsome. Like at the show, that all the dancing around, it's because they don't know that it's important to you not to do that, and how you can explain to them. But like I said, the main thing is, if his attention's on you, he thinks you're a benevolent dictator like his mom, he's gonna trust and respect you a lot more. Those flies are relentless, aren't they?
Yep. Turn around and come back. All they want to do is see if the horse swings. Or,
yeah.
They're just looking at confirmation. They do want some energy in the walk without, obviously they'll be amped up. They'll want to jog or not want to go away from the group or whatever.
Well, that's where if he can read your language, we're just doing this thing we practice at home. I lead you out, and I start to walk forward, and you catch up. If you don't catch up, I'm gonna. Now can you carry a little stick or something?
Yeah, we're allowed to, and that's what, like, even when you're standing them up, you kind of use the stick to get the ears up, or stretch the neck out, or some people just take their baseball cap off and have them pay attention to that. Or
I know how you could win the show. Go in there with a flag, and then everybody else's horse is gonna go, you go train your horse. My horse knows what this means. Look how good he is.
I talked about those inspections that I took some of them to. When they have to get inspected, it has to be before they're a year old, and they're in there with the bag at the end of the lunge whip, trying to get them to move out so they can see how well they move. And our guys kind of come around like, that's not scary.
Yeah, their experience said anything that scares you, go look at it. Anything that they're just trying to get your attention, you should look over and see what they're trying to say. And back again. Look how smart you are. He said, I don't want you tagging my bowhind again. I don't like it when you do that. I like this better. That's about it. That's about it. Yeah, front picture. Oh man. Uh-oh, where'd yours go? The ears went the wrong way. Put them forward. There they are.
There, like if I could figure out how to stand him up so he wasn't, like, I'm horribly pigeon toed, but it's almost more his legs that are bowed.
Yeah.
That it comes in.
He'd have to almost toe out on that. That looks better right there. He turned that toe out just a little bit on the left or right side, and made it look a lot better. Yeah. That's what makes it look worse when he gets that toe turned in. Then
that's the thing. Like, if I could learn how to stand him up, so that,
well, just
standing at the first show.
Just getting the just being able to shift So if I wanted the forequarter, or the easiest thing is just to back him up, because he understands that at a light energy, and then you can shift him around, shift his hindquarters around until he kind of got in a better spot. Back a step, one more, two. Well, it's still towed in that way. Just figure out a way to just keep moving him until that finally lands like it was before. That was better.
That's better, yeah.
But it's too far away from the other ones.
I know, it's just that, 3 seconds that the judge comes by, if I could just get it.
It's too far back. I know there's a fly there. I'll get him. I'll get him. That looks better. That's really good.
That's pretty good right there.
What a champion. You did it. I know, you did it. That's not bad. That's not great, but it's not bad. You get it figured out. I wonder if you couldn't shim that somehow, that he wants to set it there.
Yeah, I've asked the farrier, I said, would it make sense, could you come every 3 weeks and just take a tiny bit off so the leg would grow more correctly? So he's going to start working on that, because when I got him, his conformation was beautiful. I mean, it happens to them. I mean, look at Kariba.
Yeah.
Before we go in, do you mind just jogging him just so I can show my friend
Yep.
Audrey how he's moving now?
Yep. Come on, Bubba.
I feel like even if we just walk down to the end and come back.
Ready? We ready? Up, up, up. He's a star. He's a star. This is so easy. This game is so easy. Oh, what a champion. What a champion. He did it like a superstar. A super duper star. What a good boy. Oh.
He may not be prepared enough for the show, but I thought, you know what? It's better to just take him, see where we are, see
Yep.
what we have, so it's just mileage, just get out
Yep.
there. He's going to have to start seeing
A little
things
experience.
and realize there's not a lot of drama.
There's George. He's going to pay you back for biting on him yesterday. You better watch out. That's Djibouti. You're lucky. You didn't get his bite, Djibouti. He couldn't reach you. You showed him. Okay. Entrez-vous. And you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Who's the star of the day? Who's the star of the day? He's the best student ever. Don't tell Kariba I said that. Don't tell Kariba. Excuse please. Excuse please. Thank you. You're a good fella. You're a good feller. Alrighty. Well,